I still have people that do this thing like, well, when they say things like, well, Bitcoin's valued in dollars. That's not true. You're valuing it in dollars. Bitcoin doesn't change. The math behind Bitcoin doesn't change. The gold, 1 troy ounce of fine gold, that didn't change. That's 1 troy ounce of fine gold. That's the end of it. There's no, that unit of measurement didn't change. Only your perception of it did, because you're trying to convert it into dollars to try and buy something at a store or pay a bill or what have you.
When you mention like younger people, what, of course, you know, I'm trying to talk to my generational peers here for millennials. Why should millennials pay attention to Bitcoin right now? And do you think they have certain unique challenges they face today that actually make it urgent for them to understand that they should move to Bitcoin as their money?
So I first heard about Bitcoin in early 2010 is when somebody talked to me about Bitcoin. And because of exactly the issue you just brought up, the way it was explained to me was, oh, look, it's like Axel, this is awesome. You know, I made, $25. That was exactly how it was explained to me. It was like, oh, see, look, it went up. It's like a stock and I made $25. And I was immediately not interested anymore. I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't really solve my problem or anything. Like, that doesn't, I mean, like, just another, in other words, it was sold to me like just yet another casino, yet another thing, that another asset. And it's like, okay, so I ignored it until like 2016. And it was exactly what we're talking about here. When it was finally explained to me again, from the other side, not from the technical side, but from the mathematical side, that I'm like, okay, hold on now. And I was immediately very angry at the person who explained it to me back in 2010, because had they explained that to me the right way, I'd have bought like probably 10,000 Bitcoin, for whatever it was, $600 or something at the time. And I probably would have just sat on it forever. I would have just buried that hard drive someplace. But yeah, that's how I've seen it. So, as to your question of like of urgency, no government is going to stop printing money. They can't. I mean, we see that even today in the U.S. I'm not sure how many of your how much of your audience is either states based or whatever. I imagine they're probably all over the world. And in the U.S., we have being proposed this so-called big beautiful bill, which is just more money printing. That's really all it is. It's just another excuse to print a bunch of dollars. And it's like, that's not going to stop. There's, $228 trillion of collective debt. Now, that's just the US. That's not even counting the rest of the world. So if you want to use dollars as a unit, as a metric, I guess, there's $220 trillion. Like, there's no GDP in any country that's going to solve this.